You do not have permission to record any of us.
Okay.
Okay?
I hear what you're saying.
Okay, so
Thank
you
you.
need to turn it off.
The First Amendment
Okay,
is written permission.
Right, but
Yeah.
you also have, for public officials, you have to have our permission.
No.
And you do not.
That's inaccurate, sir.
Okay, well.
Hey YouTube, just giving you guys a brief overview of this next video. I went to a government building in Aberdeen, Washington. It's on the main strip of Wishkau Street. And there's a whole bunch of offices that's housed in this building. I tried to get access to 5 to just ask them what services they provide. One of them was locked. It was the Border Patrol office. So I was able to get access to 4 of them, and 2 out of the 4 were reluctant to tell me what services they provide, the DSHS office and the CPS office. Eventually, somebody from the DSHS office gave me information about what they do, handed me a pamphlet. I didn't really push the accessibility thing with the pamphlet because they already verbally told me what they did. So then I went to the CPS office. This is basically what this whole video is, because my entire time in the building was over an hour, and wanted to try to keep the video as short as we can. Recognize the security guard voice. I know him by name. I've been in there before. He's been a chill guy, and just seems to be stuck in a rock and a hard place in this encounter. And then I recognize the voice of the member of the APD that shows up. Don't remember that guy's name, or didn't at the time. And he clearly showed up and already made contact with them on the phone. And the people who made the call said, hey, yeah, there's no legal problem here. And so we caught up on other things that we've been doing, such as water therapy. I do some wake surfing with a nonprofit veterans organization, and so we discussed that and some other stuff. Not really relevant to the call, just talking to a person like a person rather than some role or costume that they're wearing. And that's how we try to talk to everybody, like people. But there is an interesting part of the video. If you have really good hearing and earmuffs on, you might be able to pick up after the male employee pulls the security guard back around the corner. I can clearly hear them saying, hey, don't worry about handling this. We're not going to handle this. We called the police department. They'll handle it. So that's an interesting thing. But he just, prior to that, told me to wait a minute, and they'd be right back with me. So hope you enjoy the video, and Deo Presso Liber.
And then up here, the way this building is laid out is interesting, because there's this stairwell. It's like the back stairwell, the south side, and it goes up to, I think this is child services or child protective services, you know, the child kidnapping department. So I think that's the only thing on this upstairs section on the back side. The front stairwell has a few other offices that I've checked out before. But not sure if there's anybody working up here. I don't remember the layout. So I'm just gonna, come up the stairs, and we'll just hug the walls. See what we find. There's a little locked door. Like a waiting area. Here, the little door. No, it's locked as well. Here, the little door stops at the bottom of the doors. Another locked door. guessing this is the service desk. Get this trash can down here. And realize there's a gap. A desk. Hello. No. Hi. What office is this?
This is CPS,
CPS? Okay. What kind of services do you guys provide?
Child Protective Services.
Okay. What does that include?
It's for children. Do you have an open case with us? Do you have a child or?
I'm just curious what services you do out of here?
The Child Protective Services.
Right. What does that entail?
What are you looking for?
Just information about this office and what kind of work you do.
Just a moment.
Okay.
Just a moment and I'll give you a packet.
Oh, thanks. And it's interesting so far. These two offices I've been to, been some reluctance to talk about the work they do. Why that is, I don't know. But at least they have some kind of written.
Are you being helped?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Some kind of written handout for people to review the services or information. And I think probably a website they can direct me to. So, but I was hoping to be able to discuss what services they have, since I can't read the pamphlet, and a lot of times the websites are inaccessible, so I can't really do it that way either. So we'll see if she would be willing to read the pamphlet to me.
Okay, so here's a parent's guide.
Okay.
For Child Protective Service. That should answer any questions.
Okay. Could you, was there anybody here that could speak to me about what it does? No?
No, it's right there. No.
Okay. Is this in an accessible format?
I'm sorry?
I was just seeing if if I could read it or I can't read that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Is there
Just a moment.
okay.
Okay, so at this time, we don't have anything in Braille, but
Okay.
we're trying to get some.
Okay.
So if there is somebody who could help you with this.
Is there anyone here that can help me with this? No? So nobody's willing to sit with me and read through the pamphlet and
Just a moment.
explain your services? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, just a second.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm sorry. Thank you for your patience.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm Melissa Whitmire. What can I do for you?
I was just trying to have somebody explain what services you provide here at this office.
I can do that, but
Okay.
you can't record anything. We have children up here,
Uh-huh.
and they need to have confidentiality.
Okay.
So no recording.
Yeah, no, he is.
Okay?
Where is that?
Here.
Oh,
We have
where I
children
currently am?
here. You can't record.
Okay.
All right? Did you want to come in and I'll explain the services?
He's actually recording you right now. He's videoing you right now.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Excuse me?
That's correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can't do that.
You can't do that. You don't have permission to record me. I'm happy to help you though if you want to hear about our services.
Oh, but you work here, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Mhm.
And what was your name?
Melissa Whitmire.
Okay. Yeah,
Do you
so,
want to come back?
well, can you explain it to me here? Just the different services you provide?
I can.
Okay.
Is your camera off?
Is it off? No, it's currently running.
No, I said you don't have permission to.
Well, this is a
record me.
public place, right? You're a public official, so there's no expectation of privacy. It's a First Amendment protected activity.
You're not gonna record this conversation.
Okay. It's being recorded.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, then the conversation's over.
Okay.
You
So
don't have
is there?
permission, by law, you don't have permission to record
No,
this conversation.
that's not actually accurate.
It is accurate. You have to turn it off if you're up here. You do not have permission to record any of us,
Okay.
okay?
I hear what you're saying.
Okay, so
Thank
you
you.
need to
The,
turn it off.
the First Amendment
Okay,
is
but-
written permission.
Right, but
Yeah.
you also have, for public officials, you have to have our permission.
No.
And you do not.
That's inaccurate, sir.
Okay, well,
So are you here to learn about services?
I am. Yes, and I wanted to document it. I wanted to be able to review
You're
it
not
later.
gonna record a conversation with me.
Okay.
You
Is there
don't have
anybody
my
that can do their
No.
job on camera?
No,
No. So is there some kind of secrecy, some reason that you don't want
no.
the services to go out, like
Thank
a
you.
video?
We're on the internet.
Hmm.
You're welcome to check out the internet. That also has.
Okay.
our
Do you know if it's
services.
accessible?
I'm sure it is.
It should be.
Because I know a lot of the websites here aren't accessible.
Okay, well, I'm sure it is.
Okay. Is it a
And
state?
again, I would be happy to help you, but it's not going to be recorded.
Okay. What's the website?
It's DCYF.
DCYF?
Mhm.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, thank you.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, we can't. We're probably, you're probably more than good to record downstairs.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't seem to have a problem with it. Up here they do though.
Right. Well, hopefully it's informational, the video. I'm trying to get the information about what services they provide. And also if they seem to be misinformed about public photography, the First Amendment.
But
you know,
they're mostly concerned with privacy because you have the kids
Right.
that are coming in.
And I totally get that. Yeah.
That's pretty much what they're worried about.
Yeah. So I think, when
Especially when you have open investigations and
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
have to worry about their security and
Yep.
their safety.
And I totally understand that. I completely agree. The issue, because we'll be able to edit out the kid's name because I think they said his name, so we'll be able to edit out his name. But the issue is if they want it to be private, if they discuss private information in this public lobby, then they need to change their policy and be like, all right, well, if we're going to disclose information like that, we need to pull you back to a room, do an intake there. You know what I mean. So if that's really a concern, is their private information, then they can offer a room to discuss private information. So.
I got you. Anyway, they definitely want you to go here. So.
Oh yeah, I'm just.
hang on, just come here for a second. Okay. Hang on, sir, okay?
Yeah,
Let me
thanks.
drive with you. Hang on, sir, okay?
Yeah,
Let me
thanks.
drive with you.
Is there anybody else? Bobby, is there anybody else?
So, not clear if the audio microphones on these things are that strong, but my ears are pretty strong, and the gentleman pulled the other gentleman back and said that asked me to. He said, "We'll be right back." Asked me to wait for a minute, and then he told the other guy, who I believe is security, because I've talked with him before.
I gotta sign the paperwork for Tammy for
Recognize his voice.
And they just need, she needs it printed out so that I can sign.
And actually, I think I know his name, but I won't give his name.
There we go.
He's been pretty chill with me most of the time, and even now, like he was saying, "Hey, they don't want you here," and I was explaining the situation, and then I think the office manager pulled him back to say that they called the police. So I think the police may respond, may not. Hopefully, they just call and say, "Hey, it's public lobby. There's it's public. It's open to the public." So, have a good one.
Good? Yeah, how you been? Saw you on the news.
Oh yeah.
Snowboarding? Kneeboarding or something?
Wakeboarding.
Wakeboarding.
Yeah, man.
Everybody's called. They're concerned about what you're doing. I explained to them it's a public building.
Yeah.
Their issue was whether or not you can record audio.
Okay.
I said, civil issue. It's
Yeah.
a slander law. It's a privacy consent. So
Mhm.
you can not do video or not do audio. You probably be fine.
Okay.
How's that?
Well, I think I understand the concern. I understand that the Washington state is an all parties consent state. When
Two party. We call it two party. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, if there's more than one party, then it's just
party.
yeah. Right. But I mean, if it's you and me, right, there would be two, and then if
Or
it's
two.
somebody else.
Or two.
Right. But if a third person came in and wanted to be part of the conversation, then it's everybody has
Yeah,
to consent to the
so-
audio. Right.
Or at least notify them.
But that's the wiretapping law. So that's talking about in private, right, or non-public forums.
Now,
So-
the wiretapping law is totally different. That's recording conversations like when you're calling
Mhm.
someone, that you have to inform them and they have to have the
Right.
right to.
Right. But that's exactly the same. It's under the
They
same
use
thing.
it. They use
yeah.
it the same.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of those laws were written back in the day when you didn't have cell phones.
Exactly. Yeah.
And by a
But
rotary dial phone.
yeah. So public photography, audio and video recording is well established
Yeah, in public, yeah.
in public, right? Which this is,
Yeah.
and that's what I tried to inform. And I was like, I didn't know why they were calling you guys. I tried to explain, the law to them, and they said I was incorrect. So hopefully you can clear it up with them. I was
I
simply
already
trying.
talked to the person that called and explained that you're
Okay,
in a
so they're
public
good.
location and
Yeah.
you can record. So.
Yeah. Well, and they said their concern was privacy for private information. I said I totally get it. I have the same concern with downstairs in the main office because they have all those
I mean, the
kiosks.
DSHS one?
Right.
Yeah.
They have all those kiosks, and the waiting room is like a few feet away, and you don't have to have super hearing like me to hear a whole interview about everybody's.
You've been developing that
Right.
already.
Right. You don't have to be able to hear, super well to hear a conversation 2 feet away from you of
Yeah.
somebody's divulging all their personal information. I'm like,
Social security number.
right. But they said downstairs at least they try to pull people back if they offer that privacy. And I said,
And
well,
I
you
know
can do
they
the
do
same
here
thing.
because they have offices inside.
Right. I know they have it available, but that seems to be isn't the first thing they do, right? In my opinion, it could be the first thing they can offer is like, hey, it's a public lobby. Would you like to come into a private setting to, get your information, record down, do an interview or whatever?
I can get that. Makes sense to me.
But yeah, I was simply trying to get information about the different services. I think they printed out a pamphlet. I was like, that's great, but I can't read that. Can anybody explain it to me?
Wait a minute, you have an accessibility issue?
Yeah, right. And then they were like, okay, yeah, I can get somebody. So they got a lady maybe higher up on the echelon, yeah. And she came out and she was willing to explain it to me. She said, not on camera. I don't give you permission. I'm like, well, it's kind of a bummer because I can't take notes. Like this is my note taking, and I'd like to record exactly what services you provide.
Well,
Yeah.
especially if you're going to go back to it and say, this is what I was told and this is why.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're actually, yeah. So
Right.
CPS is statewide.
Yeah.
They do the same services wherever you're at.
Across the
just
state.
like DSHS does.
Yeah.
So it's,
Yeah. So we kind of the where we left it was, well, we have a website, and they gave me the website, and I was like, okay, well, hopefully it's accessible. So it's
Do you have a
reader?
braille reader?
no, so
Or do
I
you
have
that magnified.
No, neither. Magnification doesn't even work for me. So hold on, I'll turn off my headset for a second so you can hear what it's doing.
Oh, you're doing the audio or the
It,
narrative?
it's voiceover, so
Yeah.
One face.
you hear it.
Yeah.
It'll say when your face is in view, and
I have
sometimes
I
it'll
have
even
the
say, yeah,
I have that. I use that at home
Yep.
for reading pages.
Yep.
So
yeah, and sometimes it'll say like exactly where the face is, like bottom left, bottom right, stuff like that.
that's not bad.
Yeah, pretty neat function, but the reader works great.
most of the time.
Depending on the setup of the website.
Depends on the website, exactly, and how things are embedded, how files uploaded. The city website here is horrific.
Is it because of the frames?
No, it's how the files are uploaded. So I'm not sure exactly who does all their attachments and uploading like the agendas for the council meetings and even your guys' for the PD. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming you're with the PD, right? You didn't actually identify.
I am with the police department.
I recognize your voice. I think we talked in Walmart the other day. Okay, all right, cool. Yeah. For the record, what is your name and badge number?
Lampky, Aberdeen, 1538.
All right, cool, thanks.
Washington.
Yeah, I thought so. I was waiting on a police response, and
Here we are.
I recognize your voice, so
Yeah.
it seemed to match up. Cool.
Like I said, saw you on the news. Thought
Yeah,
it was
man.
awesome. How big a VA group was that?
I think we had initially six people signed up, and we ended up with 4 riders. One guy, an amputee, actually backed out. Yeah, he did another event with us in the fall, and was just killing it. It's so
Are
cool.
they doing it to just
Surf
help
therapy.
out, or are they
Yeah,
doing
that's
PTSD stuff?
there's I wish I had the other hat on. I'm wearing my Freedom hat.
You're wearing the Freedom hat.
Yeah, I have a Wake for Warriors hat, and that's the nonprofit.
Oh, that's the group? Okay.
Yep, they're based out of Georgia. Old Marine Corps vet, helicopter pilot, and he still actually flies for Delta. So he's.
I saw the one the other day that they're doing. They were doing the horse rides. They were
Mhm.
doing the. There's the group that does the scuba diving and the dolphins.
Yep.
With the face mask ones. So
Yep.
they don't have to teach you. They
Yep.
literally just slap it on you and escort you down.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Helping you at all?
No. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's right. That's the little bit piece I gave for the. And I didn't even know that they were going to use mine because they
Oh, I just like
interviewed
the face. I'm like, hey,
Yeah,
why
I know
does
that
this
guy.
other news?
Yeah, no, they interviewed all of us, but I was like, yeah, it's just surf. It's water therapy, and surf
Yeah,
therapy
yeah.
is just a really cool aspect. Have you ever been surfing?
Yeah. Out Westport, out
It's-
Ocean Shore.
Dude, there's
California.
something about being connected with.
Except for the shark part. That was the only part that I never enjoyed.
We have to worry about that on the lake.
No.
And it's you don't have to go out and catch a new break every time. Like you just get behind the boat and hold on. The boat does the work, and then when you're ready, you let go of the rope.
You
and
know,
you're-
you got Kelly Slater, who was
Yeah.
obviously from history. He's built
Yeah.
a wave machine.
Yeah.
And it's a
Yep.
consistent. Yeah, but you have to travel to California to go ride it.
Yeah, they have all kinds of parks now that are popping up for wake surfing, wakeboarding, where they just dig out a big old lake and then run a track, like a wire around it, and then have ropes so that
There
you
you
just
go,
get on it
you're
and they
done.
pull you around. Yeah, it's crazy.
So did you take anybody with you for a family or just?
No, they dropped me off about halfway. I stayed with a buddy because it was a hike, and they got the 2 littles, so
Yeah, not up to it yet.
they don't travel well in the car. Yeah.
Not
So.
yet. Just wait. They will.
Yeah, they want to. They want to. The
Well, the
olders
way you
want to
take
get
the
out on the
photo.
water and stuff, and
Well, I don't blame them. It's the fun part.
yeah.
Yeah.
But there's something zen, something connected, just being, especially on the water, standing on the water,
My favorite was always
Underwater?
Yeah.
Going
I love
diving?
Scuba diving.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just so quiet down
That
there.
too. Yeah.
The surfing part, I think I fell asleep a lot. Now I kayak.
Where do you go kayaking?
Olympia Lakes up
Okay.
in Norway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I started off with a tandem, and my little man outgrew me. Now he's
Yeah.
got his own, so I had to chase him around the lake.
Yeah.
So
Kayaking's great too.
yeah, it is fun.
Do you ever go out in the ocean with a kayak?
I have once.
Never again?
I really didn't like the surf part of it 'cause it was off of Cape D.
Yeah.
And the waves weren't coming in one direction, and
Yeah.
they get them right, and they come in left, and
Yeah.
yeah. So it was a lot more work than I planned.
Yeah.
I think is the problem.
Yeah.
And then by the time it was done, it was enjoyable. But
Yeah.
Columbia River was, I mean, that's just
Yeah.
huge and
Kayaking rivers is great.
Yeah. But I love the ocean, so.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
All right, take it easy.
You
Yeah,
ride
this-
anywhere, or you
What's that?
want to ride anywhere?
No, I think I'm gonna go pop in the other offices and just again ask the same as usual questions like what services do you provide? Can you actually tell me? And
Well, if nothing else, you're pushing the accessibility issues.
yeah, and that wasn't even the goal. It was just I thought I didn't.
Your goal?
Well, it is a goal.
It
It's
is
not
a
the
goal.
goal.
It's not
The goal is just openness and transparency, and to get that much pushback over just asking what you do here,
It's not the push. It's not the pushback from asking what you do. It's the pushback from
Because there's a
the
camera?
It's I mean, it's just how people are. But I mean, everywhere you go, it's Facebook. Everywhere you
I
go,
don't know
it's
why.
yeah.
Like we're in the 21st century. There's cameras everywhere.
There's a sign.
But,
there's
yeah.
a sign on the doors you come in. It says monitored by video.
Yeah,
camera.
sure, exactly.
It
It's,
is.
it's okay if Big Brother watches you, but
Yeah.
if we watch Big Brother, then there's a problem. Call the cops. Like,
I get it.
All right, man, take it easy. Yeah.